What's good, everyone? Welcome to Boyle and the Beard. I'm Boyle. Beard, how we feeling, man?
Doing all right. Rough weekend in fantasy. I think I went 2-4.
Wow.
Can't win them all, but overall, Chiefs 2-1, leading the division. Have a comfortable lead, 2-game lead in the division. Or no, if we lose this weekend, which we're not going to because we're playing the Garbo Jets. So essentially a 2-game lead in the division. Chargers finally pulling out a dub. They should have lost if the Vikings just spiked the ball and had three opportunities at the goal line instead of rushing the play and Hawkinson popping it up into the air. Broncos terrible. They're going to be. Oh wait, they don't even have a first rounder, so never mind. I can't say they're going to be high up on the draft order because they decided to hire a coach for a first and second round pick, and they're going to be in a dumpster fire for years to come. And Raiders, doing Jimmy G things, throwing three picks, looking like a bum. So all's good at this household. I was a little worrisome after week one with us losing,
Oh my gosh.
with our receivers playing like bums, but offense is looking to start and come together. I don't know if it's coming together or we just played a really bad Bears team. Maybe a little bit of both. Kelsey's doing Kelsey things. Uh, Other than that, yeah, pretty good, man.
Um, yeah, I think the AFC West, maybe the AFC worst. I don't know how these teams continue to do this. I mean, Chargers should be better than what they are. They're not.
Well, if they would have
Raiders,
lost this weekend, their coach was definitely getting canned.
you think he would have been?
I would have.
I mean, I would have too,
Dude
but
just continuously fails, and he always goes for fourth downs at the worst time. Granted, the fourth and inches or fourth and one that they went for to ice the game wasn't a bad call because it was at the Vikings 45 or it was on the 50-yard line, whatever.
mhm.
But normally he just goes for fourth all the time at terrible times, and he's like a 50% on getting it. But yeah, that dude should have been. I feel like he should have been fired last year. I don't know. Do your thing.
Uh, Yeah, luckily it's going to be an absolute battle of juggernauts, Raiders and Chargers here this weekend. So, I mean, we heard Devontae Adams over the weekend say he's tired of it, man. They need to figure it out. You heard the you heard that Broncos player
Left
said he's been
tackle.
there. Oh my
Left
gosh,
tackle. Yep. Garrett
I've,
Bowles.
I've been here for 7 years, and all I've fucking done was lose, dude. I thought, man, that's rough. I can't imagine being bad like that.
Yeah, essentially, as soon as he got into the league and he was their starting left tackle, dude has never beat the Chiefs in 7 years.
Oh, sorry, mate. That's pretty bad. And yeah, you said, they're probably not going to be doing anything else. I don't know. The If the Broncos lose a couple more games, they may be doing the. I mean, I guess they can't tank, but they're going to have to get rid of a few of their players in order to be able to get picks, right?
I feel like the obvious trade scenario.
Is Judy or Sutton?
Oh, you trade Judy. Sutton's not going
Sutton's
to be
not going to command that much, right?
at 28. No, Judy's the trade piece. The other thing I'm thinking about, if somehow the Jets can make it work, send a couple picks for Russ and try and save the season if the trade deadline comes up and they're 3-3.
Do you think they
The
can
only,
get?
the only, the only issue is going to be the money. You can't support a Rodgers getting what 30-40 mil and then Russ's terrible contract.
I think the one thing though that doesn't make any sense is okay, they're 3-3. AFC is loaded. Why? I I just don't think you're going to be able to get into the playoffs with that, especially with Miami. Oh
Well, that's my
man,
next question. They obviously play the Chiefs this weekend, so they're going to be 1-3 after this weekend.
sure. Let's see who they got.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
They got
Obviously, they got the Broncos after the Chiefs,
that. They got the
and
Eagles.
then they got the Eagles. So best case scenario, 2-4 after week 6. And I think did they move the trade line deadline to week 8 or was it still week 6?
I thought it was week 8, but
I know at one
um,
point it was 6. They might have changed it in recent years. Trade deadline.
October 31st. But um, man,
October 31st. So
give us
that's week 4, week 5, week 6. Essentially after week 7.
week 7. Um, yeah, so they're going to be sitting right after the let's see, Jets is going to be sitting at right after the Giants game. So they'll play Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, and Giants.
Your only one maybe is the Broncos in that scenario.
Uh, you don't think they beat the Giants? Giants look bad.
I mean, the
Giants
Giants are
look really
bad,
bad.
but the both offenses are terrible. I think
I think
the Giants have a better offense. Saquon will be back. It's going to be an offense defensive game. Giants are going to get stopped by the Jets' good defense. The Jets
Simeon could
off.
be the savior, though. You know.
Dear God, I hope not. That dude's bad.
Um,
Last time that guy was in New York, he shattered his ankle or tibia or fibia, one of the two, like 8 minutes into the game.
okay. What about Tannehill? What
I mean,
about the
what do you
Chiefs
do? What
or
do you
what about
do?
the sorry Chiefs? What about the Jets moving for Tannehill?
Ah, dude's a game manager.
Oh, what do the Jets need?
More than the game manager.
You think more than a game manager? I don't know. You hand the ball off to Brees Hall. You make sure that Garrett Wilson gets it, and you let this stud defense do some work.
The Jets' O line is absolutely atrocious.
They're not good, but
They tried filling the left tackle role with a 36-year-old, and he's already injured, and they got other bums in.
I think he would be infinitely better than Mr. Wilson and probably Trevor Simeon too.
I don't know about infinitely better. He would be better, but I don't know if that's going to fix the issue.
It wouldn't fix the issue, man.
The Jets season's just done. That's what it
That
is.
sucks. So much promise, man. So much hope. That's uh that's really sad to see. Um
If Garrett Wilson's not getting 12 targets, I don't care what defense you're playing or oh yeah, like this weekend you're playing the Pats. I get they scheme for him. If that dude's not getting double-digit targets, you're just handicapped.
well,
He
it
finishes
doesn't
eight. I think he had he was 3 catches for on 8 targets or 2 catches on 8 targets. Something terrible.
something needs to change. Um and I don't know. Joe Namath's calling for his head. Everyone's calling for his head. Wilson is done. Um
I
I
mean, I
don't know.
wish I had someone in my life that would give me as much faith as Saul gives Zach Wilson. My wife gives me a lot of faith, but it's not that much.
Uh I don't know. Man, we've kept you around for this long, Brian.
What do the Titans get out of that if they trade
I
him?
don't know. I don't know. Titans are really bad too.
What do you do with that? You drafted a quarterback the last 2 years.
I mean, just let one of those dudes play. I don't know, right?
I get that, but at the same time, do you get tanky worthy and get into Caleb Williams, Drake May, and go third year in a row with a quarterback?
No, I don't think you do that. I think you legitimately just let these two kids play. And if they're good, they're good. If they're not, well, then you wait until the next season.
Or
Um,
trade Derrick Henry away?
I think you do need to trade Derrick Henry away. We've kind of seen his production drop off, and he's really not getting too many. Doesn't seem to be getting too many plays on the field at all either.
He's looking slow. He's looking like the 320 plus carries a year's
Really
hitting
hurting
him.
them. It does. They got the Bengals here next weekend. Speaking of the Bengals, man, how bad did Joe Burrow look?
Great if you're a Chase owner this week.
I
That's
mean,
about the only good thing I could say.
Joe Burrow. I don't know if he ran, but like one time, didn't look like he was too anxious to get off the field either. He was just walking off the field. There was no. They, they're in some trouble. I think he's hurt. He does not look good. Doesn't look like he's mobile at all. Um,
I mean, yeah, he hasn't looked good the whole year. Um, that's hurting T. Higgins' value. That's hurting Chase's value. Chase is the first week Chase has done anything.
I mean, T. Higgins also dropped like 4 balls thrown right to him. He had 8 or 9 targets and he did absolutely nothing with them. I mean, if you're the Bengals though, you should be ready to feast on this Tennessee Titan secondary though.
You
They
would
are
hope so. I mean,
they are bad.
you had
Browns
one.
lit them up.
You had one touchdown and 4 field goals, and he missed a field goal. So essentially, you're kicking field goals. That's what you're looking like offensive wise right now. Yeah, he's. I mean, I get why he played because they really needed to win. I think it was more of the defense doing better compared to the first couple weeks. That
Defense looked really gnarly. I mean, they were hounding Stafford all game long.
yeah,
Um,
and Puka didn't really. I mean, he finished with what 6 for 72 or something.
yeah, and I guess like
But they looked. He didn't look like anything he'd done the first 2 weeks until later in the game when it was kind of let him run out the
out of reach.
clock.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think what he was doing these first 2 weeks was going to be sustainable, but to be fair, how many players had over 72 yards or 6 catches
Well, yeah,
this
no,
weekend?
I'm not saying he. That's a
He
lot.
came back down to earth.
That's better than
You know,
half the league probably.
it was.
I think they're just waiting for Cup to get back, and that offense is going to look filthy if the O line can actually block. Their O line has been an issue the last 2 years.
To be fair though, if
That's what
Stafford
happens. That's what
connects,
happens when you don't have draft picks. You can't replenish good O linemen.
if Stafford connects with Kyron Williams on any one of those 7 balls that he threw him, um, I don't know. They have stayed on the field a little bit longer than what they did.
Or if they run it from the 3 on first and goal after Tutu Atwell got robbed of a tutty.
Yeah, I should have had that too. Yeah. Um,
I feel like
yeah.
if I'm a coach, anytime first and goal from the inside the 5, I'm running the ball every time. I don't care.
You're at least going to get down to the one, then try, the
Not even the
Philadelphia
1. Just
Eagles,
I
right?
don't care. I'm running the ball first and goal from the inside the 5 every time.
I would
I'm not
think,
trying to play
but
this sneaky. Oh, let's do a RPO or a play
a
action,
carousel.
whatever it is. If I'm a coach, I'm running that thing every time.
Well,
I don't care if they get stuff.
you're hammering it home, is what you're saying.
I'm hammering it, especially the way that he's hammered it the first 2 weeks of the season.
Looked pretty nice, to be fair. Got away from it here this past week. I'm not really sure what was happening. Starting us off that Thursday night game, 49ers Giants. Giants are really bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, that last year
or
was a
sorry,
fluke. Last year was a fluke.
yeah, that was.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like somehow their offensive line got worse since last year.
Very well could have. Let's see. Pull this up here real quick.
Who's their first round pick this year?
Uh, did they take the guard from Florida?
That sounds right.
Giants. That may have been in the second round. They have a first round pick.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Deontay Banks, Maryland
Has he done
cornerback.
anything?
I don't
Has
think
he
so.
played? I watched that
Uh,
game on Thursday, and I did not hear his name once.
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing.
Is it? They're not throwing to his side.
That we know of, or did he even play? I don't know if he's hurt, if he just missed tackle. I, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear much of him either, but golly, that was a long time ago. So um, we both had that one though. 49ers though without Ayuk, I think is going to be you have to hammer down on Kittle and Debo. Debo looked pretty nice. CMC, ugh, that man's still a freak. Um,
He had two combined tackles.
okay, maybe just didn't get it thrown his way.
I don't think he's even playing. I think he's down the list, dude.
That was a poor choice then.
7 total tackles on the year.
Week 3. Does he have any picks yet?
No,
Picking the pigskin?
that dude's not playing.
Oh
He has
gosh.
seven total combined tackles. This is just seven combined total tackles on the year.
Maybe he's hurt.
2 solo in the San Francisco game, 4 solo in the Cardinals game, and then he had one combined in the Dallas game.
Dude, he's injured. That's why.
Is he?
There. Deontay Banks avoided a serious. Oh, he hurt himself in the second half. Ended up getting an effort and an MRI. Everything came back clean. So continues to get treatment on his arm throughout the week.
I don't know why you wouldn't spend the first rounder on a receiver there. Maybe the first four were gone already. Maybe I don't know, but
That was the number 24 pick. So you had the run of 3 or 4, right? You had QJ, you had Zay Flowers, you had um,
Addy
Addy, and then I think they pick, right?
and JSN. Yeah, all four receivers were gone before them because they lost to the Viking or they beat the Vikings in the playoffs. So the Vikings got the pick right before them. So I guess there wasn't a receiver there. I mean, you need to do something offensive wise. I guess you need something to do defensive wise as well because they're both bad.
They were really bad. They got hammered by the 49ers, and honestly, that wasn't even like a good game to watch. 30-12 is what it ended up being. I think you picked 38-10. I had a 33-13. Pretty spot on, to be fair. Um, Lions and Falcons was our next stop. 20-6 is what it ended up being. You took it home on that one. I thought the Falcons were going to come back and steal the show, but no, not this time around.
Lions are low key silky on defense. I wish they would have passed on that linebacker
Jack Campbell.
and Gibbs. I would have taken Gibbs where they took Campbell, and where they took Gibbs, gone Carter.
Can you imagine Jalen
Or
Carter
or, or
and Hutch?
any a DN or a D tackle to pair with Hutchinson. You don't have
Well,
anything on the other side.
yeah, Hutch, man, he looks like a real
I don't
bad
know
man.
who. I can't even think of the name of who's on the other side.
I'm not really sure because I mean he was given Jawan
That's what I would
Taylor
have done. I
fits.
don't think anybody thought about taking Gibbs at 12. And Lions were at like 8, and they traded to 12. It's like take Jalen Carter there, put Jalen Carter and Hutchinson on the same side. They're gonna have to put like 3 linemen and a tight end on 2 of those guys, and the other guys had to win their one-on-one matchups. Like it made no sense not to do it.
So you had Carolina, Houston, Arizona, Indianapolis, Seattle. Detroit traded. Well, Detroit took the 6. Raiders, Falcons, Bears, Eagles.
And the Lions traded out of the 6, correct?
Did they move back?
They have to move back. They didn't pick Gibbs at 6. I remember. I thought Gibbs was at 12.
12 and then 18 for Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I would have switched those and taken. I just would have taken the number 6 and gone Jalen Carter,
Yeah,
or another DN that you thought was
yeah, you're right.
compare with.
12 is Gibbs. They gave that one up to the Cardinals.
Especially since he's
And,
not even playing. You're throwing
uh,
Montgomery out there. Granted, Montgomery was hurt this last week. And Gibbs didn't do anything. It's like, why waste a first round pick on a running back if you're not going to freaking play him? And you just signed another running back for 3 years, $30 million.
I think that's the more confusing thing is what were they doing with that? Um,
And I also think Campbell's playing half the snaps as well. I don't know about
I think
I don't know about the last 2 weeks, but when he played the Chiefs, that dude was in on like half of defensive snaps. He wasn't playing the entire time.
I think Campbell was playing a good amount here that second week. I didn't necessarily watch the Atlanta game here this weekend, but Campbell was in on that second week. Campbell was good, dude. Don't necessarily know if I would have taken him in the where they took him at, but
First round, no.
dude's an absolute monster. That's a big lad.
You're
6'5",
only
like
taking
260.
you're only taking a middle linebacker in the first round if it's Ray Lewis, Roquan Smith,
He could
CJ
turn out to be that.
CJ Mosley when he first was in the league, like
Didn't he win linebacker of the year in
Fred
college?
Warner, like and Fred Warner was like a fifth round pick or third or fifth round pick, whatever. I'm saying I just didn't like their draft. I feel like they wasted a couple picks and their team could be better than what it is. Granted, their team's good.
I don't necessarily watch too much college football, but the missus families from Iowa. Iowa's defense was nice last year. Jack Campbell was good. They're like second, top 5 in the nation.
What did you just say?
Iowa's defense?
Oh, I thought you were saying they were number 5 overall. I was about to roast you for saying that.
No, their defense is like top 5 in the nation last year.
I have no idea about that, but so
No, their offense sure is bad. We saw that this past weekend, 31-0 against Penn State. Oh my goodness, I don't think they know what they're doing.
and
I don't think they.
I think the
Huh?
Packers blew that with Van Ness or whatever.
Van
What's
Ness.
that dude's not even playing or doing anything? I don't think. The best guy that got drafted out of Iowa last year is Sam Laporta.
Yeah, I think you've been trying to make some trade moves for
It's
him.
looking silky.
Keep it strong, Whitey.
Let's see how that pans out when Williams gets back. We'll see how many targets he loses, but I feel like he's a good safety valve for Goff.
Yeah, I think it'll still be all right. Chargers Vikings. I know we kind of already talked about this one. We both had this one with no, actually, you had Vikings winning this game,
I
Brian.
did.
34-30. Chargers are trying to lose it though. Staley, what a madman. This dude just doesn't make any sense at all.
I was close. We were at the 5 with 30 seconds left. Just don't throw a pick.
Hawkinson, if you're going to get paid like $68 million, you have to make that catch. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins threw that so nice. That was the only play. He was the only person that could have caught that.
Yep.
And what's he do? He
Pop it
freaking
up.
bats that one up to the sky. I think he's looking for someone behind him. Turns out the only person behind him was a lad wearing all white. What is going on?
I would have been close on that. If they get that touchdown, that's 27-24.
Yeah, I mean, but they didn't. I don't know what to tell you. Chargers looking nice though. Keenan Allen, oh god, what a freak! Boy had like 20.
I feel like he has to get blanketed at some point. Like someone cover the dude.
Well, Mike Williams is dead. Um, Towards ACL, he's out for the season, and maybe the last time we see him in the Chargers white because I think he's got a lot of dead cap that's going to be coming up here next year. So
Yeah,
Mike Williams, maybe a goner. That's a shitty way to end it.
yeah.
Um,
If you're looking fantasy wise, do not go QJ. Your guy to pick up is Joshua Palmer. Just want to throw that out there.
you hate Quentin Johnson. Why is this, Brian?
Dude's just a bum, and his route tree is a slant or a go.
You may be eating crow here in the next couple of weeks.
Well, if I eat crow, I eat crow, but dude's looked like a bum all year.
Chargers also get back Austin Eckler, so I'll be curious to see how that comes around. Um, but yeah, um, I Keenan Allen is he went absolutely bonkers. Herbert is still so good. I don't know why he's being wasted. Just let he's he's got to be on a better team than this. They have to surround this guy, with better teammates. What's happening?
No,
Herbert can sling it.
well, then you have friggin' J.C. Jackson, the cornerback they signed for 80 mil last year,
He's
getting
dead too.
benched.
Yeah, he's a goner.
Getting benched. The old New England Patriots getting stud corners in that system. They leave to go get the bag. They get cut 2 years after and go back. Watch. J.C. Jackson will be back in New England after this year.
Is
After the Chargers cut him. 100%.
hot take alert. A little bit of a hot take there.
I don't even know it's hot take. It's the MO.
Is this the same kind of thing for Mahomes? You leave Mahomes. Juju Smith-Schuster has like 7 catches for 60 yards. Mecole Hardman doesn't even see the field. Doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's just the Belichick way. These dudes look like studs in that scheme. He's just a good defensive coach. He knows how to put the guys in the right position and what they play. They leave, go get that bag. That dude was terrible last year. If you remember that Chiefs game early on, Justin Watson just toasted that dude for like a 50-yard tutty. And then unfortunately he tore his ACL and he just looks like a bum after 4-year, 80 mil contract. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut after this year. If you're benching a guy that you're paying $20 million a year, that's not good. It's
No,
like,
that's
hey,
not good.
Chris Jones, you're trash. We're benching you.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Not,
Comparable.
not good.
Saints Packers. Saints absolutely falling apart.
I don't get it.
Carr is the answer, dude. Jameis. I mean, Winston did not look good. He looked like he hadn't played in a couple of years, but
That last drive to try and get the lead back, he had a couple dime pieces to Olave. How good is that dude?
I mean, Olave is pretty good.
I just wish he had more tutties. They don't give him the ball at the goal line, which is sad because he's in like half of my leagues on fantasy. But I love the 7-8 catches for 100 yards every week. I'll take that. But give me a tutty every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel you. Because I got him in a couple leagues as well, and golly, if I wouldn't like him to get it, I want to see what a celebration looks like. You know, what kind of spunk he got?
Well,
Kind of what do you got in the back?
yeah, he's probably gonna do a little Victor Cruz cha 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 or something because he's got that Spanish in him, Latin in him, one of the two.
Well, I mean, I guess they're kind of the same thing, but not really the same thing. So,
Not really, but whatever. I think he's Latin. That sounds right. I don't know. I saw
Okay.
something about him the other day because obviously Olave, it's Latin, Spanish, whatever. You know,
We'll have to do some digging to see where his heritage is. But dude is a freak, to be fair. But man, getting Kamara back here next week, I'm actually really stoked to see that. Dude's busting out of jail like it's his second job. He's ready to go.
yeah.
Uh, 3 weeks deep, coming back for the fourth. Oh golly, who they got next week anyway? The Bucks. Bucks could be a good game.
For the
So
Packers or the Saints?
Saints,
Saints.
Saints.
What was our scores on that one?
So um, you had a 24-20 Packers. I
Hell
had
yeah.
24-20 Saints.
Let's go.
To be fair, I would have had it. I would have had it.
Should have had it.
I should have had it.
But that's what you get for trading Will Lutz, who's what, 28, 30, somewhere in that range. Trading him to the Broncos for a pick, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's give it to this rookie guy. Hopefully he comes up clutch. Shanked a 46-yarder.
Do you think you could bomb a 46-yarder?
Absolutely not.
Well, we do have honesty here at Boy in the Beard. We are 100% truthful. So,
I think my range is.
do you think you could kick a an extra point?
I think I'd go 6 of 10 on extra points.
We actually probably should do this just to see what's given. I've never actually kicked a field goal before.
I feel comfortable 6 of 10.
6 to 10. Okay. Off a tee or someone holding it?
Holding it.
Someone holding it. Okay.
Off a
Well,
tee, like
well,
9 out of 10.
you think you'd blast 9 out of 10 off a tee? I think it'd be harder off a tee. I actually have
Probably.
no reference point
Yeah,
at
I
all.
would rather have it on the ground. Yeah, the tee.
I would too.
I feel
Chip
like
shot.
on the
Get a little
tee.
scoopy out of that.
I feel like, yeah, someone holding it, 6 of 10. I
How
feel
many do you think you could do with your weak foot?
from 30 or from extra point, 0.
0. Weak foot.
I could maybe. If you
Thing's only a peg, huh?
if if you put it at the snap from the 1 yard line, 3 of 10.
What?
What would that be, like a
Ryan,
20-yard field goal?
you should have been working on that back in the day, man.
Lefty is not good.
Okay. It's just a peg leg, only good for standing on.
Yep.
Texans and Jags. Who saw this one coming? CJ Stroud is nice.
He's
He
looking like
questionably
the
he should have been the first pick
QB1.
overall.
Yeah.
Tank Dell also nice. Um,
Yeah, that hurt.
Jags, what are they gonna do, man?
I don't know. Their offense is not clicking, not looking good. I mean, it's pretty much the same offense from last year, minus Jawan Taylor. But you added Calvin Ridley, you added another
Really.
guy to catch the ball. Maybe it's because Zay Jones is out and that affects it. I don't know. That offense just looks like a shell of itself from last year. I was expecting big things offensive wise from them this year, and yeah, they look bad.
Gonna be going to their home away from home though, hanging out in London here next week against the Falcons. So, um, I mean, they've been there like 5 straight years, right?
Something like that. I
Something
think that
dumb.
they started. But yeah, going Shroud just popped up on my TV. That dude is looking like the QB1 at everyone.
He's good.
Analytics and testing, you gotta look at it all. You can't just be like, "Oh, this guy tested bad. He's gonna be trash." He might have tested bad, but he's looking like
Yeah, but was that? Are you referring to um that test that you took where you supposedly got like a 17 out of 274?
whatever it was. But that's why I hate scouts and how they analyze people. Um,
Do you think if you were given 100 players, you could pick 20 good ones
I have 100.
out of 100?
Yeah, I feel like I could do that.
I don't know if I could, but I mean,
I would just base it off tape.
how they move, dude. I think that's the biggest thing. Like,
Well, yeah, a lot of the measurables and all that other crap's garbage. Like, oh, he has tiny hands; he can't grip the football to throw it.
okay, but Kenny Pickett is objectively bad, right?
Oh yeah, he is bad, but I was just referencing that they've said that about many quarterbacks in the league that are whatever.
Yeah,
It's
but
all
I guess it.
about like how many bench reps you can do at 250. Like I give a crap how much bench presses you could do as a receiver, or
Yeah, but it's part of the show, right?
it's
I
part
mean
of the
that.
show, but I feel like it goes into a lot of the scouts analysis, which it shouldn't.
I don't know. I guess I'd be curious to see what the um, well, like a proper scouts analysis on a team is comparative to like ESPN and media.
Yeah,
Um, because I don't know if those are not one and the same
yeah.
at all.
Well, I love watching the. Is that Rich Eisen? No, it's one of the other former ESPN guys that has his own show now where he has football players come on and read their draft profile, and literally like every draft profile is just garbage for like dudes that are like Hall of Famers. Like Kelsey had a bad profile, JJ
That's Rich
Watt had a
Eisen.
bad profile. There's a couple other ones that were just really bad profiles, like oh he's slow, can't catch, can't do this, blah blah blah. It's just kind of funny to see those be read out. Uh,
It's like bad tweets, you know,
Gosh, it's not Rich
mean
Eisen.
tweets. Barry?
No, he looks like Colin Coward somewhat.
I have no idea.
He was a Sports Center anchor for years.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Uh, Broncos and Dolphins.
Whew.
We both picked the Dolphins to win, and by double digit, not by 50.
Not, but nobody predicted that.
Oh
But
my
wow.
god! Can you imagine alternate bet win by 45, and that comes out clean wins?
Yeah. Dan Patrick.
Dan Patrick. Okay.
You remember him? Maybe
Uh,
vaguely.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched ESPN. I honestly don't know the last time I had like cable or anything
Yep.
like that at all. So, um,
Oh,
hold
just
up
saw
here.
the note at the bottom. Bakhtiari's
Oh,
not playing.
what? I do know
The
Dan Patrick. Um, why isn't he playing?
because I'm pretty sure they're in Detroit, and the thing said knee/rest.
No, they're at home,
They're at home. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it isn't because he's not playing
dude.
turf. I
There
don't know.
is no way you can give a dude that much money to do this.
Yeah,
How many games has he played in the last 2 years, 3 years?
under 10.
Best ability is availability. What are
Yeah,
we doing here, dude? You are going. You're gonna be out of a job, man. Um, that sucks. So,
yeah,
duh.
yeah. Anyway, going back to the Dolphins Broncos. Yowza.
Dude, Tyreek Hill is so good. That guy's a nut. Waddle, it'd been kind of curious to see what was happening with what would have happened with Waddle. Honestly, I'm watching the game. I'm watching the playback, and I know they put up 70 points. Right, we're getting down to the end of the second quarter. When do all these points come? Right, when
Yeah,
are all these points going to come? And then it just came in like a freaking flood.
yep,
Sutton had two fumbles. They had a pick off the line, I think. Um,
yeah.
Also, that Miami Miami linebacker Van something Van
Van Ginkel.
Ginkle. Oh my, that is good. Um, I don't know where they found him at. but gosh, South Dakota transferred to Wisconsin, drafted in the fifth round, 2019. So that dude's a good player, and they let him have it too. So,
Yeah.
and I love this. I wish this would happen more often. I mean, I guess is the reason like why I hate college football. I think this bullshit happens way too often where you just slaughter someone. But to be fair, if you're not going to put a good product out on the field, like wh- why are you expecting people to pay that much money to come to your games, right?
Yeah.
Two tickets to the Chiefs game is going to cost $450 plus with the tickets as well as
$9
the parking.
pass. Yeah.
And if you didn't put a good product in the field, there is no way that someone should have to pay that kind of money.
No.
Who wants to go see their team get absolutely slaughtered, right?
Yeah.
Bears fans, right? We had Bears fans coming to town. They go to the game and they see their teams get rocked. Bears didn't look good at all. And
Nope.
you're going to tell me that it's feasible to put out, six, $700?
No. Well, again,
Screw that.
if you don't live here, if you're just a traveling fan,
Exactly.
like if you're a Bears fan that lives in Nebraska or Oklahoma, driving up.
So, our mate Tom had two guys come in, one from Milwaukee, one from DC, right?
Oh,
They go to the game and okay, haven't seen each other in a while, but God, what are we doing?
that can't
You
be
know,
fun.
cannot be fun. Okay, great. You get to see Patrick Mahomes, you get to see Travis Kelsey. You also get to see hope die right in front of you,
Yeah.
right? So much elation, so much hope, so much everyone's ecstatic for the season, and your team sucks.
And you're with your lads, your mates that you haven't seen for a while, just hoping for a good time. Maybe not even a win. Just keep
The
it
game's over
close.
before it even starts.
Yeah.
I, I don't know. I mean, and I guess that's like a disservice to all these fans that are gonna be coming to you, and you're like, oh yeah, let's talk about the Vikings. If they go on 3, do they tank? And the Titans, if they lose in their game, do they tank? Okay, that sucks because people are literally they're paying season ticket prices. They're paying, or maybe this is their first game. Maybe they traveled across
Yeah.
across the nation to come see their team, and then they go put out a 70-20 performance.
Not great.
What? A 41-10 performance and don't even look like they have any idea what's going on. That's BS.
Zero.
Um, I don't know, man. These folks got to be better about that. That's
Well,
crazy.
you lose another game or two, you're trading Patrick Surtain
Uh, yeah.
for
Eh,
first or something. You need to get back into the first round, and get some other picks, because
ugh,
otherwise you're holding him hostage to pay him a bag. Why would you pay someone a bag when you're going to be terrible?
I don't know, man. Um, Not really sure if that team has to get blown up, the Broncos, but I guess I don't get it how they're not any better than what they are. So Dolphins though, they look really solid. A chain, A Chan, A Chan
I
coming
don't know,
they're
but they're looking like my
most
good early year preseason number one seed.
they are definitely going to be the AFC Championship. Honestly, game of the season so far: Bills Dolphins here this next weekend, and
Hopefully,
I am amped. Um, we'll get to that one on Friday though. Titans Browns. Titans suck. Um,
not great.
not too much going on in the run game here for the Browns. Although Jerome Ford did get 2 tutties. I think he was averaging like
Yeah, their
1.8
coach
yards.
definitely is a liar, saying he's the for sure fired number one. I think the first quarter they had four different guys carry the ball.
Eh, Probably trying to figure out who can carry the ball.
Well, don't come out with some BS. Oh yeah, Jerome Ford's definitely our guy. Yeah,
I also don't necessarily understand. I'm still baffled by Chubb. I don't think he just tore his MCL.
I
That
don't
does not
either.
make
I
any
don't buy that
sense to
story
me.
one bit.
And I there's no way he tore his MCL, but he's out 6 months.
No,
I don't care how much work that you've had done. I don't understand why
you've had guys come back like 2 months after an MCL tear.
you can go. I mean, you can go a month after. I mean, it's like 4 to 12 weeks.
Yeah,
So
not buying that whatsoever. And again, that was just believed to have just torn his MCL. That's not an actual. They don't actually know, or at least they probably do know. They're just not coming out with it. I don't know if they have to disclose that at some point, but it's more than an
I
MCL.
I thought they did, but maybe that's not the case. I don't know. I
I hate that term too. Believed to just tore his MCL.
you know exactly what you did if you did surgery on someone.
Believed what? Who's believing that is just an MCL?
I don't know.
You believed in your head it was just an MCL?
Well, I don't know. Um, Browns smacked the shit out of him. Amari Cooper absolutely robbed of another touchdown. And these refs again this week. Not really sure what's going on here, Brian, but they ain't good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell them. If the NFL makes this much money and they want their product to be good, make sure the dudes that are refing the game are the best in the business, right?
Yep. For
This
sure.
doesn't make any sense. Bills and Commanders, that was a really gross game, 37-3. I don't know how the Commanders defense didn't do how they weren't any better than what they were, but Bills had their way. Um, that was terrible.
Commanders getting a snap back to reality.
Sam Howell still
Told you that dude's dog water.
oh gosh. Well,
Was that 4 picks he threw, or just three before they pulled him?
they go back and hang out in the NFC here for a
I
little
know they
bit.
had
So
5 turnovers total, 4 picks, one fumble. I can't remember. I stopped paying attention after 3 picks.
yeah, that
Uh,
was
dude's not the guy.
Mr. Minshew. We got this one wrong.
Minshew mania just Ravens kind of got hosed at the end in the OT on that clear pass interference on Zay Flowers that they didn't call, but at the same time, you have JT the leg
Missing.
coming up a little short. Is the leg losing a little juice? Who knows? They hit it right. I don't know, but I thought that was a Dunzo time after they were like, oh yeah, the leg's coming out for a 61-yard. It's cash. He looks
No
up
go.
and he's like, "Oh, I 100% got it." Nope, about 2-3 feet short. Okay,
Damn.
but yeah,
Um,
very surprising. I know they have a lot of injuries, but I feel like he could have pulled that one out. Lamar doing his thing on the ground, getting a little running
couple
back
tutties.
action for 100 yards. Uh,
I see that smile. Quit being sly, Brian.
RB1 came back out to play, so
They needed OBJ on the field. I think is what it was. Man,
he's trash as well.
give Mandrews the ball. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Give Mandrews and give Zay Flowers the ball.
But hey, he's going for 6,000 with the best offense he's had since he's been in the league. Garbage from beginning of the year. Get out of here. All
What
those
was
talking heads. OBJ's best offense he's had since he's been there. Yeah, they're all garbage besides Zay Flowers and Andrews. Get out of here.
what could have been the worst game of the weekend though? Jets and Patriots. This
Oof.
game was so bad. I was so pissed off to watch this game. I was watching it with Justice Gramps. We watched a quarter of it, and I was hurting. It looked like the Iowa Penn State game here the day before.
Yeah, not looking great.
So bad.
Even the Pats offense not looking great.
They were anemic. There was
Uh,
nothing to them.
Stevenson, where are we at, bud?
I don't know. Um,
Little Rainey dropping a couple easy flat passes. It looked like.
yeah.
I don't know. And then obviously you have the biggest quarterback bum in the NFL, Zach Wilson. Dude's dude's shooting for 3 years in a row for the worst QBR.
Do you think he gets a job next year?
No, he'll find a way. Yeah, I mean Nathan Peterman's on a roster, is he not?
Trevor Simeon, he gets a call up here this week. Do you think he plays next week
Yeah,
easily?
easily.
Who do they got? Oh, they got the Chiefs. So, um,
Actually,
what?
no, I'm gonna take that back. There's no way they take Zach Wilson out after they just signed Simeon. They gotta keep having faith in him.
He's not going to play the next week though, right?
I don't think so.
They play the Broncos. I mean, they could play the. That's a winnable game though. They
Yeah,
kind of,
I think Zach Wilson plays that game. And they give him in there, and they win like 21-20 or something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's our guy," and
and then
then
he gets
just get
trounced
absolutely
by the
trounced by
Eagles.
the Eagles the next week, make him look like a high schooler.
Uh, gosh. Yeah, we already talked about the Chiefs Bears. We both had that one right. Seahawks Panthers. Adam Thielen bringing it back just a little bit, huh?
Apparently,
You got DJ Chark doing his thing too, so um,
old
that
man
could.
Ginger coming out hot.
Yeah, he was throwing some pills. Who did they get next week? The Vikings. Adam Thielen waiver wire.
Someone,
You snagging him? DJ Chark. You gonna snag him? Someone's
neither.
got to catch the ball.
Bryce Young's starting this week again, so no, neither of them.
Oh man.
We might have a 0-4 Vikings team before we play. The Chiefs play them the week after, so we'll see how that goes.
There is no way that the Vikings lose to the Panthers.
I don't know, man.
You think so?
I don't think so, but do we think the Ravens were going to lose to the Colts?
I wouldn't have thought the Jags would have lost to
Houston
the
either.
Texans either. So
Colts are leading
yeah,
that division. Nobody saw that coming. This was a rebuild year for the Colts.
well, and without Rich Siffer, a game and a half,
And without JT.
and without JT, that's a bigger thing, right? You didn't have JT for the for the whole year. Uh, Questionably the biggest upset of the week though, Cardinals, Cowboys,
Over them boys.
America's team.
Not really. Cowboys are going to cowboy.
Dobbs, good player.
Nah.
No. Rondell Moore he got a quick sneak in there for about 50 yards too. And dude, don't count out James Conner.
Dude's a stud. If he can
He
stay
is.
healthy, dude's easily top 15, questionably top 10 back fantasy wise. They got
He
no one
gets it
else there
done.
to carry the ball. He was 2 yards short of 100. I don't know why they didn't feed him again.
Just let him hit it.
Just let him hit it, you know? All right.
Golly. Steelers Raiders. Raiders are so bad. I don't know what's going on. They had that 4th and 1 bomb to Devonta Adams. Um, but then later in the game, they just want to go ahead and shoot for the field goal. This just
Yeah,
doesn't make any
that
sense.
was
What is happening here?
Josh. I mean, Josh McDaniels is just a garbage coach outside of being the offensive coordinator for the Pats with gradedly the best quarterback of all time. That might have something to do with it as well, but that dude's just a terrible coach. You're down 8 with 2:30 left. You try and take a field goal. They get a penalty, so you get a new set of downs. It's like, okay, maybe now it makes sense to keep going for it. They do it again and take the field goal, hoping to have a chance to come down and get a touchdown with at best 30 seconds left. Like, what are you doing?
Josh Jacobs, is he going to come back around anytime soon?
Who knows, man? That dude looks like a shell of himself, and but
How?
that's what you get for sitting out training camp, OTAs, all the things for the contract that you were hoping to get that you never got. So it seems pointless. Hopefully he can put it together, but he's that. The only thing good about that Raiders team is Devontae Adams.
No, no, no. Max Crosby? Behave.
I mean, I meant fantasy wise.
Okay, I was going to say.
If we're
Uh,
talking just overall, it's Adams and Crosby. That's about it.
well, and then you got the who's the guy that's hanging out in the mental ward?
Chandler Jones, dear, what's
What
going on
is
with that?
happening? Honestly, get rid of but get rid of Jimmy G and just let Aiden toss it. Why
I
have
mean,
we not seen him yet?
he's supposed to be the bridge. Jimmy G's
Jimmy
supposed to
G,
be the bridge to something else after, but
Aiden O'Connell. That's it.
I don't. Is he the guy? Who knows?
I don't know. Haven't seen him play, but I can imagine we will see him a couple times before the end of this season. There's no
Yes.
way. Also,
It might be
Najee
this
Harris.
week. Jimmy G's in concussion protocol. Apparently, had a concussion and continued to play in that game.
Is that not a real thing anymore? Concussions? CTE?
Apparently, they didn't care about it when he got slammed to the ground.
My gosh. Well, Najee Harris, um, that boy does not look good.
That dude's a bum too. Your best
Terrible.
running back's a undrafted Jalen Warren that actually hits the holes and actually looks like he's trying to do something. Anytime
Oh, yeah.
Harris gets the ball, it's like a 2-3 yard gain because he can't fit through a hole. He just like slowly walks behind where the gap is. He's like, I can't really get through there. I'm just gonna run in place and then get tackled for 2 yards because I'm just a big guy and I can fall forward for 2 yards.
They are doing well, but that defense sure does look good, doesn't it?
Somehow they're first in that division, which blows my mind because their offense is atrocious.
Yeah, that's something to be desired.
Najee Harris
Eagles.
might be Trent Richardson 2.0 Alabama.
Ugh,
He
don't
ain't
say
no
that,
Derrick
man.
Henry or Mark Ingram, I'll tell you that.
No, he's not. Eagles Buccaneers. My hot take alert on that did not follow through.
What,
Uh,
you picked the Bucks?
oh yeah, I picked the Bucks. Eagles beat the shit out of them, 25-11, and that wasn't even a game. I
Jalen
don't
Hurts
know.
had 2 picks that made that seem closer than it was.
Yeah, that should
I was
have
really
been
hoping
a.
that pick right before half. I was hoping for a 50 bomb from Elliott. I would have won my fantasy matchup if he doesn't throw that pick there and they just get into field goal range with like 30 seconds left, kick that field goal. We'll love that, but can't always get that lucky, I suppose.
It's what it is. Sorry. Jalen Hurts did look pretty nice though. We'll see a play here from him real quick here in a minute. But and Mike Evans is going to hit 1,000 yards no matter what,
Yep.
easily.
He should have
He's a
got more
freak.
looks early on. They waited too long to get him looks. I think it was like the end of the third quarter, or start of the fourth quarter, where he had 2 back-to-back 20-plus yard gains. It's like,
Yeah,
why weren't we doing this earlier?
and a real nice catch too. And then Rams and Bengals. What we talked about. Joe Burrow looks like dog shit. Rams, they could never really get it going. Kyron Williams, come on, dog.
Yeah,
Stafford, give him the ball.
yeah.
Um, on the week though, 12-4 for Brian,
Mm.
not bad. 9-7 for
Ooh,
your boy.
love it.
Yeah, well, I've had better. So, uh, Brian's taking me to the cleaners here so far. We'll see what Friday brings us. But um,
What were the two ones that I didn't win that weren't obvious? The Jags and Colts ones, or the Texans and Colts ones. Those were the
um,
outliers. What
I
were the other
mean,
ones?
Saints and Packers was up in the air. You also
Okay,
had Vikings, Chargers.
okay.
Or,
So
sorry,
two up
sorry,
in there.
you had Packers Saints. You had the Vikings going over the Chargers. Um,
What was the other one? Vikings
uh,
Chargers. I just wanted to go opposite of you.
you also had Lions Falcons.
Correct or incorrect?
You had it correct.
What
You
was
had
the one I
Lions,
didn't have correct? What was my fourth incorrect one?
Cardinals, Cowboys, Ravens,
Oh, okay.
Colts,
So
Jags.
yeah, okay. I missed the three ones that nobody saw coming. That's fair. And then I picked a 50-50. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Oh God. For those that are listening, you can hear that smile on his face,
Yeah.
and it sucks to look at. That's actually one of the worst things to look at right now is Brian's shit-eating grin.
Hmm.
Um, okay, is that am I wrong?
Eh.
Uh, let's get this guy in here. Let's see. Wrong. Oh, I need to change this one up. That's what it is. A couple plays here from the weekend. Man, it's just such a nice throw from Mahomes.
Just one of those nonchalant from the hip. Sling it. Boom. Dime.
Nonchalant 40 yards. Dude, check out Kelsey on this block. I I I didn't think he could block though. He does pretty well.
It's pretty well. He did perfectly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice little 40
Is
yard
he supposed to
bomb.
pancake him there?
I was hoping for a pancake.
Oh, not gonna happen. But
Nice little 40 yard bomb to Watson. Jalen Hurts, man, Jalen Hurts was taking his cool ass time right in here, looking real slick.
just sitting in the pocket, loving it.
See,
Oh,
even takes that hit at the end.
I was really hoping that was Devonta Smith. That would have been great for fantasy as well. And he
Yeah.
had a bomb to him early or later in the game that just got picked off. Unfortunately, would have loved that too.
Let's see if Lane Johnson's offside on this or false start on that. Nope.
He
That
was
was
good on that one.
that was good on that one.
They
Yeah,
missed
he
one.
had
They missed one later in the game though that Buccaneers guys were freaking out on, and the announcers were like, "Yep, he definitely jumped on that one."
well, we'll see something here later on. I mean, these illegal formations are just getting absolutely ridiculous. This is that catch that I was talking about um, from Evans. I would
Yeah.
have torn every ligament in like my lower half.
Well, yeah, they
Right?
waited way too long to get him the ball.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Like I said, it was either end of the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter, and there we are, 12:54.
25 to
And
three.
this is the second catch in a row after the 20 something yard gain he had before this one.
Dude's a monster.
It's on the
Go ahead,
ball.
go ahead and get some water after that. Here's that Rondell Moore 50-yard
Rondell Moore in
tutty.
the back. Nobody's saying he's going to carry. Oh, here we go. Vander Esch, you're slow.
Go and do your dance there, brother. And he looked nice. Okay, Brian, get this. Okay, I just want to show you. Man, maybe I cut it too quickly, but so this is okay. This right tackle here, and this left tackle for that matter, probably the left tackle more so than the right. But
Yeah,
those dudes are nowhere near the belt buckle
of the
of the
center.
center.
No,
What are we doing here?
definitely the left tackle because that's not their starting left tackle. That's the backup. So
What is?
backup's just trying to get an advantage here. But yeah, that looks bad.
How is this possible? How is that not? How does no one get a call on that? Right?
Because you're not playing for the Chiefs.
Well, Rico. Who? Oh, oh, oh. I thought he was going to stop for a little bit of a loss, and he comes out of a black hole.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice. And this is the catch from Adams. 4th and 1, just kind of tosses it up. What's this man doing? What is that man doing right there? What, what is he looking at?
They weren't expecting a bomb on 4th and inches.
Okay, even so, mate, what are you doing? He just kind of crawls in the end zone and let him know, Adams. Let him know, man. But this is the response here, pretty quick. Austin down the pipe.
That's why Kenny Pickett's looked anywhere, or that offense looked anywhere good. He's had 3 straight games of a 70-yard bomb. Otherwise, he's looked like garbage.
Yeah.
Actually, did they have one against San Francisco? I can't remember. They had one to Pickens last week, but he's just looked bad.
And then this was the one they called back for the Chiefs.
Donovan Smith's exactly the same area.
Same area. They threw that flag. MVS wide open. Called that one back. Not necessarily too much different. And I think the thing that was really frustrating, I probably should have clipped those as well. The next couple plays, the next 2 plays are literally the exact same thing.
Well, did
If you're
you hear Andy Reid after the game?
what he was saying, well, said they brought him out for the last race where they want to get the Prince and the other guy in there just to see they wanted to have him line up the same way, just see if they
Didn't
were
call
calling.
anything the rest of the
They
game.
didn't call anything. Yeah, that's dreadful. Um, I don't know. Taylor's gonna have that one on his back all year long. But I mean, Pavlov's dog. If you're gonna be ringing the bell and giving food every single time, okay, fine. But the problem is they're not ringing the bell every single time.
Yep.
So yeah, bit of a that's kind of a shitty sitch. Hope they figure that out. But I am kind of glad that Mahomes and Reed let them know because that shit's got to fix. We'll see. B, that's all we got here for today. What you got anything to add?
Are we doing picks on Friday then,
Picks are on Friday.
or Saturday,
Um,
whatever to do the next one?
yeah, we got some guys coming up here, which I can see. Yeah, picks are on Saturday. Hopefully, you bring your A game in regards to betting because last time we were not good.
Not very good.
You got a
No.
parlay that you can brew up over the next couple of days. Be mightily appreciated. So, um, anything else you can think of, B?
Nope. Just well, we should probably do tomorrow night's game.
Who we got? Lions,
Packers
Packers.
Lions.
Oh God. Uh, at home, Packers. Let's see. I'm gonna go with no. Screw that, man. I'm not on the
What?
Packers. I'm not on the Packers train yet. Lions are taking it.
I'll go opposite and go Packers.
Gosh, little scoundrel. I'm
I was
gonna
gonna go
go
opposite regardless of what you picked, so just to throw a
24.
little flavor in there.
Okay. 24. 20. What you got?
27-20.
All right. 20-27 Packers dub. Okay. Well, Brian, to be fair, hope you lose. So,
Oh, that's fair.
um, hopefully we see Gibbs in the backfield doing some shifty things. So,
Montgomery might be playing. It looks like he's doing a lot better, is what they said. So we'll see.
well, beggars can be choosers. So, uh, anything else you got, B? Time for me to hit the sack. So,
Ditto. Everyone else, good luck on your picks this week. Go Chiefs.
always, always.
Going to be a terrible Sunday night game, but hey, take an easy dub.
What is the Sunday night game? That's the
That's
Jets
us.
Chiefs. Oh
Yep.
God. All we're gonna hear is fucking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey the whole game.
She might be at the game. She lives in Manhattan.
I wish she'd just fall off a cliff, dude. Man.
There goes
This is
there goes half our audience because we're
uh
Swifties.
that's okay. I don't need any Swifties around. Honestly, this is the most infuriating thing. I cannot stand it. Would these folks just get a life? I realize hypocritical. All we're doing here is sitting and talking about football, right? But golly,
I mean,
I
we're
don't
not talking
understand.
about people's love lives and all that stuff, though.
I just don't get it, Brian. These people are more, more maybe more caught up in this relationship than their own relationships,
Hundred
right?
percent.
Dude, let the man and the honestly though, really dumb decision. Hot take, really dumb decision for Kelsey to do this. This is a lose lose situation. This cannot end up well.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Bad idea. Uh, sorry, I hate them Swifties, and I hope they don't show up. I hope they don't show up at Arrowhead. I'm tired of seeing them.
Uh,
Tired of hearing about it.
love it.
These TNT jerseys, these TNT shirts, it's all I hear about at work. Folks, what? Go get some knowledge elsewhere. This is not
Go touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? Get
golly.
outside.
Oh man. All right, for another day. To everyone but the Swifties. Well, I hope you guys have a good week too. But enjoy the game tomorrow. We'll see y'all on Friday. Take care.
Sounds good.